Good morning and welcome to Interbike 2013. My name is Chris Reichert from Specialized Bikes, and we're going to show you through all the great new things that we've got here for the next coming model year 2014. Welcome to Specialized.
Bike Insiders, real riders, real reviews.
Already one of the most winning platforms in the cross-country world, the Specialized Epic has been around for a while. This is a bike that came to the market years ago, developing new suspension technology to make sure that a rider riding a full suspension bike wouldn't suffer from any power loss. Guys that were on hardtails for years came over to this platform and seamlessly realized that not only do they get the efficiency of rear suspension, but they've got that stiffness, that snap, that acceleration that they've always wanted from their hardtail. The new 2014 model that we launched earlier this year, we raced these bikes at Leadville. Jaroslav Kolhavi just won his first World Cup on this bike, actually a week or two ago. Now, this bike is the Epic, but souped up. You think about what the Epic platform has always been, and it's been that ultra-fast race experience. We wanted to take that experience and make it even faster. So to do that, we adjusted some of the kinematics on the suspension of the rear end of the bike. Now that means that we're going to take the existing brain technology that we had that allows the bike to handle with fully active suspension over smooth or rough terrain without having to flip a lockout switch. It gives you a nice firm platform when you get on the pedals, but it also gives you that supple feeling when you're on washboard bumps, when you're on anything. Make sure the suspension is working what it's supposed to do. Now, again, adjusting how that brain works, we wanted to make the brain softer so that when a rider hit a small bump, it soaked more of that up. But what we didn't want to do was limit what the bike could do when the rider gets up and stands on the power. So by adjusting where the pivots are on the rear end of the bike, we're able to soften the brain, allowing the bike to react to much smaller bumps, much smaller hits than it's ever done before, but we still provide that great pedal platform that's going to allow that rider to really accelerate and attack anytime somebody tries to go over the top of them. Now, if you look at the rest of the bike, we've also shaved a lot of weight. One of the product managers who's been testing this bike for the last year actually has his built up to around 19 pounds. Now, let's take one step back and realize that's a full suspension, 29-inch wheeled bike at 19 pounds, okay? There are a lot of people in the market that are still trying to get their hardtails that light, and we're able to develop the most advanced suspension system in the world that's going to get you to the top of that World Cup podium better than anyone else. The idea with the suspension is to take less of the need for the suspension, the brain, to do the work, and to put more of that responsibility onto the frame. So what you'll feel is that the frame is actually going to help move you through the travel more easily, and the brain is going to feel much more open, much smoother, much more forgiving. Now, another piece to this is that there's not only one new Epic, but there's actually two new Epics. We realize that there's more experiences than just full gas race all day long. So we've got a brand new Epic World Cup for guys like Jaroslav Kolhavi racing really fast. They need that short, tight rear end. They want the bike to handle incredibly quick and do everything as fast as they possibly can. We also have the new Epic. At the S-Works level, Expert level, and on down through the line, we've spec'd a bike that's going to be able to run a 2x10 gear. It's going to also have a number of features on it to help store water, air, tools, anything you need on the bike. So think about your two experiences here as your World Cup racer and as your marathon guy, somebody who's going to go out and need to self-support themselves for 5 hours at a time. Both of those platforms will sit alongside each other in the store. Both bikes have a slightly different geo. The World Cup's going to be shorter. It's going to have a tighter rear end to it. It's only going to be available with 1x11 drivetrains, SRAM 1x drivetrains, and then the new Epic, which is going to be perfect for your racer who wants to get out on the trails, use it a little bit as a trail bike, or maybe even race it in something like a Leadville event. They're going to need to carry all their tools, and they're going to need to make it work all day by themselves. The new Epic platform is by far the fastest suspension system on the market. We actually had the opportunity earlier this year to race the new Epics at Leadville, the Leadville Trail 100. This is a bike that anybody can get on. Me, you know, maybe I don't ride a ton of mountain bikes, but I was able to hop on one of these the day before Leadville, get on it, and be totally comfortable for 100 miles on this thing. So anybody that's really looking for an ultra comfortable experience and wants to really get the most out of their mountain bike, come check out the Epic at their local dealer because it's going to be the fastest thing you've ever ridden.